Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, it's time to go over this week 1 fight against Rogue. As you can see there, I chose to start off in the Icon's Ingenuity. The reason being is that's going to increase my power gain, my power steal from Rogue. I found it worked out really well, and you're going to see why I feel like it worked out really well. I did do this fight multiple times, and this was by far my best result, and a lot of that came from the testing. Remember, there is the invade. She is going to go unstoppable, as you're seeing. And then the other reason is because of, I think it's called Close Encounters, where we're close to her, she'll be triggering those Fury buffs, which means that if we throw our SP1, we will be nullifying them from our nullification aura, which worked really well with Mystic Dispersion. Now, I talked about starting off in the Icon's Ingenuity. I found that just through natural playing, with doing backdraft intercepts and various things, of course it could go awry, but through more times than not, what would happen is by the time I reached my SP3, I was back in the Icon's Ingenuity, which led to a very natural point to throw it with my special 3, which then means that I will be getting the slow any time I throw a special, right? I'll have that banked rune, as you can see it in the upper left-hand corner there, which is incredibly important, because to me that was by far the most important rune effect to have, or blessing effect to have each time I threw a special. And then after this, for me, it was going to be about keeping some sort of an eye on her unstoppable, and then doing what I could to make sure I have the Ragador's Resolve and the runes of Ragador. The reason being is that obviously that will be my healing, as you see the passive in the upper left-hand corner. But then on top of that, the more important part, honestly, for me, is that while that is active, Sorcerer Supreme will regenerate 75% of the damage she takes from the blocks, which is why, as you saw, I believe it's in the thumbnail, we're going to end this fight with, I think, around like 80 some odd, 90 some odd health, and you can see it happening, right? Because of the invade, she is hitting very hard into my block, and it was quite helpful to be able to parry stun her at times to create openings if maybe I didn't play her power well. Also, something I want to make sure you know, or remind you of, is you can intercept with specials. Hold your block there. You're going to see me do it quite a few times. So for me, it was starting off in the Icon's Ingenuity, playing her. Of course, you want to hit into her block, do what you can to move her to her side of the map, and just through natural playing, you'll end up with 3 bars of power, and you'll be back in the Icon's Ingenuity. Throw that, and then now anytime you throw a special, you are going to get the slow up. After that, I did try to prioritize throwing specials when I was in Ragador's Resolve. That's the armor up looking type thing, because that will trigger the runes of Ragador, which is the healing, and then of course the heal back on the block should you need to do that, or you need to parry, or just make a mistake. I believe I will be making one here pretty soon. Now, if you want to throw the SP1, you can, because that will give you the nullification aura, which works very well with Mystic Dispersion, and you'll see that here throughout the fight. You saw that was just nullified, the Fury buff we had. Or, if you want, you can go to the SP2, which I did like doing 1, because it does do more damage. You should see it here a little bit, even though I'm in the armor up phase. It should do better damage than the SP1. There we go. It's not amazing, but it's good enough. And then the other reason is because it does pause the effect of the runes with special. Basically, for all intents and purposes in this fight, it's going to pause the slow, which is very helpful against Rogue, right? Because we do want that slow up if we can, anytime she's supposed to go unstoppable. And you'll see the timing of it gets a little awkward, but having that pause was really helpful. I also found, and you saw it just work out right there, that if I went to the SP2 and I had that kind of, for all intents and purposes, a longer slow, it allowed me time to then go to the SP1 and refresh it, which really created a nice rhythm. You can see we're into a really nice rhythm here. We've got her backed up into her corner. You saw the parry stun there, healed back almost all of it, which is really all you need. And then as you start getting closer to the 25%, she is going to go unblockable, right? The final 25%, she goes completely unblockable. My advice on that is just continue to play the same game you've been playing, keeping an eye on the slow. Like right now, I would like to try to refresh it, but I know I have some time, so I can do a backdraft intercept, work to my SP2, land the slow before she's supposed to go unstoppable, right? And then the other thing is just pay attention to her power bars. You always want to be able to have the opportunity to bait her special. She's going to be unblockable. Yes, you could intercept, but that could get a little tricky because your block's not going to work anymore due to her being unstoppable. You see we were able to land our parry stun there, and now I'm going to start paying attention to her power bar. So always get her either just over 1 or pretty close to 2, or just, really you don't want to do just over 2 because she throws that special 2, then she's going to be just over 1, which you really don't want to do. So you saw that, and then you use the backdraft intercept to make it work out. Sources, there are other options, we're seeing that, right? I was actually listening to Quaddy Mike's stream when I did this, and I know he had soloed with, I think it was Spider-Gwen and She-Hulk, and he was testing some other options too. But having just taken my Sorcerer Supreme to rank 3, I was adamant about wanting to use her. She is awesome. You know, some people say she makes this easy. I'll be honest, I did not find this easy. This was not an easy fight. Once I got her set up and got in the rhythm, it was very enjoyable and it was very doable. It didn't feel like it was overly burdensome or complicated or unnecessarily difficult. It felt like it was the right amount. So I really did enjoy this. A little worried that it's only week 1, but the rewards look absolutely insane, and they're calling it Summer of Pain. So it looks like it probably should be painful. I hope this was helpful. I did just take up my my Sorcerer Supreme to rank 3. I intend to, of course, get quite a few videos out on her. I'm absolutely in love with playing her. She's an incredible, incredible champion. And let me know who you used, if you used Sorcerer Supreme, if this was helpful, or if you have some other tips or tricks on how this may go even better for everyone else. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.